Welcome to my channel Junior Spirit. Excuse the energy. This video is going to be titled What is Evil Energy? Or what energy is evil and which energy isn't. It will explain energy in general. The stories where I'm going to cut it into stories, personal situations. There are tools in that. People like to discard the information or ignore the keys, the tools, etc. Yeah? Evil energy in the simplest 3D form, in a neutral pole, is, and I'm going to trigger, but that is a guided energy I needed to channel, because I had people in my absence asking me if I wanted to hop up and hop out, and me as a person empathically would automatically love to help, but I was in the mode of learning boundaries, and also how elements, because I'm tweaking how certain elements do what. So trigger word, sensation seekers that are in the mix. As in collective, and as in me being a empath, Hayoka empath, sensitive, yeah. Could be me, could be someone else, but I sense it. Like in, oh, she is down, or can she come up to show if she had her karma? If you came in wondering if the story, truth to the story, sensation seeking, a happy few that generally would like to know if I'm okay when I take my leave of absence. I'm sitting with the energy and I'm learning. Evil intent, evil eye. I had people, gypsy psychics, behind the scenes. I sensed those. I sensed you can't call you racist if you're going to tap on that niche. You got the voodoo niche, who with some jealous individuals, as in, and I comment in one of my earlier videos, because of the complexion. We are the racist ones, but because of my complexion I had no right to tap into a certain lineage. But we're not hating. Find it interesting. But I'm letting that go, because that's an ancestral kind of vibe popping in. It's people who like to abuse those kind of energies to go against one another, and that's why I distance myself, because I refuse to be abused like that. It is what it is. I got an elevation. I'm thankful for that. And I'm sorry for the train of thought people are in, and I, as an authentic one, as an empath, I worked on how it resonates, so how it got attracted in, and I was like, I can sense your surroundings. I can sense how back in the day, in a former life, or somewhere in my soul or in spirit, it would develop in another way. Yeah, so I recognize it, and that's why I was like, I'm not going in that energy, because then I would be mirroring the abuse and what have you around the energy, and that doesn't contribute to the elevation of the earth, not contributing to humanity. So, in another setting, I wanted to hop on here and say it like this. How can, and this goes for the whole collective, how can you copy this energy, this channel, not mentioning it, not doing whatever, or picking it up in the ethers, or whatever you like to excuse it as, yeah? Because spirit is in a certain mood about it, yeah? And it's no joke. How can you agree, copy the information that the parents, grandparents had patterns that kept you stuck? Overlook the fact that you were stuck, that you were basically energetically imprisoned. Say that you have leveled up using misunderstanding your ancestors' story about how that was mirrored and how that played out here. So you misunderstood here, you misunderstood the storyline, the downloads, etc. Those were for you to sit with, to work it out, to do better so not to be the excuse of a catalyst, not to be excuse, because then you turn it into another karmic. Spirit is about the quality of what you call spirit. Show them, if anything, directly. I don't want to be in that energy. I work too hard to better myself. Dang it. I understand. That was your karma, yeah? To show that you have, or people reading for you, they are still in their ego. You as a sensation seeker are still somehow in an ego. Bad, evil spirit. If you are a seer, you have an ancestral line. They used the seers, yeah, to be that extra set of eyes. Preventing situations is to see. If your free will is to see what you contribute to do it differently. To understand where to meddle and where not to. So when to shut up, yeah, and when to add to energy. As a reader, you, in a moment, you zoom into a story, but lack the awareness that expansion, you zoomed it out, you are the catalyst, so you were the amplifier for one, because you were the second person to see it. Yeah? Or in the thousands when you look at the collective. And then you expand one part of a person's story. And that expansion you throw back into collective. Spirit is. And you are in your it's beyond crazy. So karmically, overlooking keys, tools in content like mine, but be yapping in the veil-like state, yeah? Then want to attach or be above, because they have the bird's eye view or the higher view. See how you mimic the karmic? To have easy access and tell their story? Well, you clearly showed that's why they took me out of the equation for a sec. But I pick up the energies of the ancestors that they are mad. Meanwhile, still stay or talk about being stuck or spiritual warfare. That is inhibiting. No. Spirit is like if you are a copycat, then you should have done your research. If you are a lazy person and you didn't want to do the work, you should have done the full research and watch the full content on channels like this. Because you see me speaking about or talking in a video about spiritual warfare. Yeah? That's me in that moment seeing where it comes from. They see me talking about coffins, then you see me in a slider elevation seeing how they are doing it. That was not for people to take that and run with it and make it in. No, the key was to see, they are trying. Yes, they are trying. Or were trying. Because karmically, people asked me a while back, karma. Can you get out of it? Or if I'm providing content like this, do I excuse the karma element or take away the karma element of the people trying to copy or who did what they did and try to have an easy way out again? Yeah? No. First off, you are a channel. Spirit likes, ancestors like to. First they see how you deal with spirit. Yeah, so deceased ancestors. If you upheld the etiquettes and upheld your standards, your moral standards, then you get an upgrade. Then you get ancestral beings, etc. Because how can people then call on Archangel Michael? That is to have an ascendant master, so to speak, a teacher of that realm. Yeah? So you can ask him to come down to guide you through all the spirits coming through. Yeah? That's why I didn't start up this channel when I was on that level. Because I understood I needed to understand how it worked, how the dynamics worked. So you call on him so he can help you overcome certain fear elements of self, of you, which you adopted out of parents. So the fear element, doubt element, etc. So you can get more confidence. Then you are supposed to directly communicate and be in that niche, in that power, without his help and guidance. Me, in the meanwhile, would pause and reflect in how does this universal law work or play out. Am I generally helping? Because how does it really help when I would be just I don't want to degrade anyone by saying just a medium, but being like, your ancestor came through and says they are proud of you, etc., or they are with so and so, yeah. I was like, that is a momentarily a high, a short high. Can overcome the grief, help them. No, that's what they do themselves. I also had someone who passed away recently in my surroundings. That's also why I took a couple of days away from everything, because I got it in a delayed message. I thought that person died a year or two ago, but that wasn't that person. That was a other family member, which nobody told me about. But meanwhile, they are gossiping why I would not react on the person who recently died. They are saying, think about it. Why would you tell her about one person dying but neglect to leave out another? You don't decide which one is more important. But anyhow, yeah. Well, I took a few so we could establish what we needed to establish. That line of the family is a private. They are strong, but also private. But they are not amused when it comes to and let me just say then, please. I know you mean well. They are not amused with how yeah. So then another situation that was, which I picked up, was all the other niches, like the gypsy psychics, etc., that I didn't mention on my channel, but were low-key looking into energy, etc. I had to deal with those. And the covens, or higher ups, however you want to call them, they were shocked as what I did. Let me see. I don't do time. Because I believe I'm everywhere when I quantum leap, when I channel, when I'm limitless. People didn't, my ups, copycats didn't know how, and they didn't know the ins and outs, but they thought they could dabble in my absence. And they saw my ex and me, and some of my friends, because of the law. You are so curious, you want to see. You like to swap stories, change stories, etc. for real? Let's converse. So we gave them a little insight. And they got shocked. And that's why I lost at least one subscriber. So a karmic removed themselves. So thank you, Spirit, for doing that. Yeah, so when it comes to the whole bad energy, negative energy, what is evil spirit? It is all to do with see your truth. And that goes both ways. Light, dark night of the soul. This energy is yeah, you like me to converse and explain it, but you don't like the energy and you. So people, like I said, can get to channel spirit. First you channel spirits, then you elevate. But the collapse is, if you haven't seen the tools in between from them, you get some setbacks. You get a downgrade. When it comes to your karmics, the ones who want to swap your energy or whatever goes around the collective, yeah? No, spirit, if they decide, so to speak, if they are the council and they channel through you, that is the safety measure. They channel through you. It's a safety measure so they would stay safe during the whole period. Also, if they notice that beings are neglecting the lessons, the tools, except themselves, you get unplugged. Ascension is what I did. Spirit, Earth Angel Michael. Learning how the energy of spirit got delegated to get more, to empower self. So I taught or took the lessons, taught myself, took it upon self, delegated the energy, yeah? Channel spirit, ask questions. Over that, I had a full activation. Thank you. then I was like, okay, what do the other angel realm, if spirit comes to me, what are the roles of the other angels? Yeah, what are the roles of the other angels? Knowing something about religion, and that Mother Mary or Mary Magdalena, some of the names and some of the roles were unclear. There's not a set in stone label or a concrete label. So sense a similar energy like hers, and it was like, okay, but weren't you a 3D person, like in storyline doing? And then they had a conversation with the energy. And then I sit with the stories that have been told. Then I look around and yeah, so it's a big puzzle, etc. But because I work with it and I look at how it resonates, where I with my unconscious did something, I owned up to it. Maybe I did something similar. Maybe, but did I do in my former life? And then the past life regression kickstarted a bit, and then I got step by step. Yeah, so I get placed and moved as I work with the puzzle piece. I want to see how the depiction falls or fits in the other part, connecting the dots. Then you are compressing, solidifying over an extended period of time the work that you have been doing. Then the angels move away, or have moved away for a while when you are doing that. Then you get others popping in. Yeah? So you can get like, after a couple of years I watched the ghost investigations programs, and then I saw some deceased paranormal investigators, etc. And then those energies pop in. Then yes, in the beginning it might feel like, am I going crazy? But then they will stay for a period of time to show you their presence and that you are not crazy. This can appear in a stable presence, because if you get shocked by them popping in, or it confuses you, or it triggers the opposite effect, then they automatically shy away, so to speak. They turn away, move away, until you healed the triggers. Yeah, there's a lot of downloads, a lot of things to help people out with. too much to put in one video. But the topic was what is evil energy? Then, like I said, if a psychic reader or whatever they like to call themselves, like you're both psychic, yeah? And you're both receivers, and or you're telepathically communicating. But you show your foundations online, they ignore that. It should be a cycle, yeah, of elements. Then you have a collaboration. Also, this means that you can, if you are light, this is a little bit darker, or you think that is darker, then you are going to be the catalyst. You see how it happens? There are lessons to be learned in those energy shifts. That's why I was wishy-washy about collaborations, because I know my trauma or my thoughts about certain situations, and I know how that can affect another. So if I'm not certain about collaborating with a certain individual based on my past experience, but I'm going to reserve it here to come forward with new, but I'm working out how do I manifest, and how do I manifest correctly. And a reader that has other questions, similar questions, but in another dimension, another layer, wanting a quick fix without asking directly or whatever, yeah, just not seeing the lessons in between or what's really there, but takes an assumption and still goes running off with info. I'm like, then I much rather turn back and look at how this coexisted and formed a situation, and if it was even my situation that I started up, or was it an energy present in both, where I evaluated, worked out the karma, just decided it is going to be. I already knew from years ago that a lot of energy that had to do with the burnout situation, that was back in the past, but then in the development you encounter while polishing the diamond, you encounter slightly thin layers of where you can go, yeah, okay. okay, it doesn't bother me. I see. But that is when you genuinely want to see, when you genuinely want to learn. And shape it, polish it, however you seem fit, and then you work on the empowerment. Meanwhile, still discerning ego or your dark night versus. But if, like I said, so being one or becoming one is a huge amount of work and a complex amount of work. That's why a person decides to stay or be in a hermit mode. Because encountering somebody else, you can mirror one another, you can understand the basics of the energy, but when you see it, it is you're getting downloads, you're getting add-ons, and that doesn't mean it's helpful. It's only abundance when you both acknowledge and see it for what it is, and you're both in a similar stage of development. I feel energy. I'm going to let it process. That's a Yeah, if people don't understand how the story or the explanation of the psychic reader, yeah, trying to merge with your energy somehow, some way, because with visualization it will pop up on several metaphors and several visual tools fitting to your situation. If there is karmic energy attached, then you are staying stuck in a layer. That's how you keep the cycle. You are the cycle. The wheel, the whatever, the catalyst, and you keep rolling down memory lane, repeating avenue, Groundhog Day. Yeah. Because Spirit was like, if this story mirrors this, she developed experience, and what do planets do? So we see me as Spirit, yeah? Had to close my eyes a sec because expansion. Anyway, they are mad because if you know the basic construct of you being stuck as a 3D person, as a human being, you were confined. If you mirror them, they were confined by similar spell work, belief systems, etc. If we are both caged by constructs, how can they fuck around or be in spiritual warfare with us? If by the parents we are being guided, enslaved by cults, etc., whoever you want to call out, and they are abusing the beings, for decades they've been similar. So the beings are, like in the stories, aren't the evil energy. The evil energy is the super ego. The super egos that siphoned your energy and try to cipher and use and abuse their energy. That is the storyline the ancient beings are trying to explain to you as a reader, as a light worker. They are explain to us how your storyline, how you are amplifying a situationship. Explain to us, being catalyst, putting it out. Explain to us, how do you see yourself as a healer of all ages? How? Explain. In which construct, which part of your brain, the Virgo analogy, if you are all signs, the Virgo analogy, and understood energy, which part of your made it into, yes, I'm a higher being, I'm a goddess, but that one is bad and is spell work and but I channel higher beings and love. It's sarcastically. Also, some of my recent deceased are all this freaking time by doing what you are doing, you were enabling, giving cults, etc., the power or the energy they needed to still have some, because you are keeping the masses, you've been used as a mule to keep the masses down by creating confusion, and because you were jealous of a complexion of another. People didn't know I had gypsy roots. I even had a discussion in my absence with my ex. He said, you are not entitled to talk about skinwalkers or skywalkers, and that was what triggered the the whole discussion. I was like sitting there quietly, and he, like, because back in the day in karmic ways, he liked to transmute the "you are a woman" kind of energy, and I have some kind of experience kind of energy. I was laughing. I was like, Spirit, I'm fucking done. I can go in my stubborn, dominant family pattern and be like, boy, you think what? You say what? yeah, and knew it wouldn't click. Because then it goes, oh. No, that was for entertainment's sake, that was not. I was channeled, yeah? So I was like, for once and for all, show it. Show them truth. So I explained, and he was shocked. Sorry, AF. Yeah? And then you get residue, and then you get other energies. And that is the human experience. That's normal. And I got my plans. So, but that's another story. Because he blocked certain stuff out, etc. Long story, not even my story to tell. Yeah, he knows better now. It has nothing to do with how you look, how you dress, how you... No, it has to do with how do you align with energy, and which energy do you align with. And you can only align with energy when you recognize the energy. And if you were in a lower vibration, you can only alchemize it again by knowing what it was what kept you lower, and then analyzing what a lower vibration is and how it can help you, not to mix and mingle in the 3D, because what we are as human exterior, how is not how the beings communicate with, or cosmos or universe communicates with us. So our words, no, they need, energy needs to resonate in the same frequency. Doesn't matter what sound or yay you make, no. It is energy vibration. Only way to know, to make it foundation, to solidify it, to compress it, is to innately know through learning and or remember, learn, know. I know spirit is more than 50 minutes in, 54 minutes in. I had enough. And I want to prevent energies to, it is what it is for now. Let it sink in. It was a lot for us to, for everybody else. Loyal people, genuine people, thank you. I hope this gave you tools. So, not all what is ever said to be evil energy is evil or bad energy. Just recognize what is within self, and recognize which boundaries, which safety measures you have built within to prevent you to be that kind of light worker. Spirit. Irony. Have mercy on their souls, for real. Yeah? So to be a genuine one, to stay a genuine one. Discernment is to see the difference within self. Not even to believe me. Or if you do, it is, okay, this is a key. She said something here, yeah? And I clicked somehow, sit with it. And think, just ask yourself, how does this apply to me? Where's the lesson? And you might not like it because they will show you in a picture but that's also comfort. Yeah, your trauma, which the stuff that held you back, is a sort of comfort zone. And because you were in a strange way comfortable in that trauma zone, that is what is holding you back. And it's also to recognize, okay, all that was a bit much, the trauma was a bit much. How can I prevent it? Now see that it was already prevented from you to act out like in a channel. Or a content creator, or etc. Was clear, wasn't I? Doesn't have to resonate or click now. Yeah, within those kind of questions you ask yourself, you will get confirmation in what's best suited for you. Yeah? And when you think it's too much, just shift your vision into, okay, is it too much, or is it, what haven't I seen in that download? Because that avalanche, or if you feel overwhelmed, is also how you can get psychically and whatever, can get information through. And the working through your trauma situations will help you master overwhelming situations when you shifted in being more of a spiritual being. Yeah? So it all happens for a reason. And it happens for you, not against you. 58:58 on the clock. So, namaste. See you in next.